But don't feel bad.
The whole time I won.
Let's say that's another topic.
I think, we don't start.
The link below, do you see it? Why are you watching me still? You haven't clicked the link yet. Click it. Click it. Click the link right now.
So you gotta always be revolving people in and out.
Yeah.
You know, or you run short on people. And when we first started, like we were doing lives. I think I told you that in the phone conversation. We were doing lives, and it was so difficult.
Yeah.
People would cancel the day of. We're heading to the place to set up. They cancel.
Oh no.
And then now it's a live. So what are you gonna do?
Yeah, you can't do anything. You gotta cancel it. Or
you have to
talk by yourself for an hour.
And I've had to do that before. I didn't go a whole hour. I went for like maybe 15 minutes.
Yeah.
I just ran down a little monologue, but it was tough. And then from the video to the sound, it was just really tough to capture the presentation I wanted. You know.
Yeah, it doesn't come from a live.
No,
like I just recently did a workshop, and we used a Mimo. It's like one of those. It's like that camera that the YouTubers use to like catch different angles of the room from the same camera.
What?
Yeah, you can live stream. They actually use it to live stream on YouTube. So we're literally, I kid you not, it is the workshop starts at 11. It's 10:55, and we realize that this live stream is not going to work. What? I've already sent out the emails to all the people with all the links to WebEx and all these things, and we were like, okay, this isn't going to work. So then we ended up having to stream. It was able to stream through Facebook though, because apparently there's some new thing as of December that you can't live stream on YouTube with a Mimo if you don't have 1,000 subscribers.
What?
Do you know how hard it is to get 1,000 subscribers?
Yes.
I don't have 1,000 subscribers, and I definitely can't get any in the next 5 minutes.
Right.
So we ended up streaming it through Facebook, and although it worked well, and I think it had almost 400 views on it by the end of it, it wasn't what we wanted to do.
Yeah.
So it was just we gotta rethink that next
time.
Next time. We need all the contingency plans, because you can't undo a live stream. It's just however it comes out, it's how it comes out, and there's nothing anybody can do about it.
Yeah.
So I definitely understand the live struggles. That was 2 weeks ago that happened.
Oh,
I'm
2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Wow.
It's on the 30th of January.
Wow.
So yeah.
And Facebook, they compress your live to 720p.
Yeah,
so
it's just not. It just was not. I went back and watched it. Well, luckily the Mimo though, it downloads and saves the video. So
okay.
Whenever my friend sends me the video, I can edit it, cut it up, and then re-upload it to YouTube where it was supposed to be originally.
Right.
And then hopefully just push that thing out there and just be done with it. But Facebook be doing the most.
It does.
Just let us be great. That's all I ask. Is just
Yep.
let me be great, and allow me to reap the benefits, of my labor. But they they try to control so much of what they don't need to control, and that's why they always in trouble.
Yep. They do a lot of that, and it was good when we first started because we built traction. We built a lot of traction on Facebook.
Yeah.
So, but the plan was from the beginning to get to YouTube. That was always the plan. Yeah. But I didn't want to start on YouTube because I already had a nice base on Facebook. So I was like, okay, I'm just going to present it here. Yeah. But my YouTuber friends was like, you want to get on YouTube because you can monetize, you can do all this stuff. When it comes to being searchable, people can search you. Facebook, they have to be your friend, be connected to you in order to watch your live. YouTube, it could be search or watch your videos, your content. YouTube, it could be search and it could make a playlist, keep it there. Yeah. So the plan was always to get there, and once we started doing pre-records, then quality, look, I wanted 2 cameras. It was just a lot. So now I feel like we have established a nice foundation.
I think so. The online presence is definitely there. Yeah. I do that for my day job. I literally work in digital media for my day job.
Really?
YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Google, all that. That's literally what I do every day for 45 hours a week. So
wow.
So super well versed in that stuff. Facebook is just, they switch stuff up so much. They make it hard to really get going. But YouTube is even worse because YouTube is so saturated. Like Facebook, you can tinker around with some things where people don't have to be your friends to watch your stories and all. I literally recently did that when I became an agent because all of my stuff was friends only.
Private.
And I was like, okay, well, you can't get exposure that way. Like not unless people are like actively sharing your things. And even then, like say someone's my friend, they share my post, but their friends are not my friends, like they won't even see it. It'll just say, you know, this post is private under the share.
I've seen that.
You got to go open up all of that stuff. But once you do that, like I get a lot of traction from Facebook in the real estate world, but recently it's been kind of feeding over into Instagram. So now I got like, it's like every day I'm like, whoa, got likes, oh, people follow me, okay, that's great.
Yeah, you have to show me that.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
No, for real.
I'm dead serious. Like I literally do
that.
it every day, all day. You know, boosting posts and sponsoring stuff, like literally all of it.
I boost posts. I sponsor posts. I try to do it every week. I try to boost something.
Yeah, I don't like boosted posts. You should just run an ad. If you're gonna boost a post, just run an ad.
Well, see, I have to be on my computer to run ads.
Yeah, I wouldn't recommend doing it from the phone.
So I run ads from the computer, and then I'll set up my target marketing. I set it up on the computer, save it, and then when I go to do it, I run the ad, right? And I have it saved on my phone so I could do it. But I'm not home. I don't have a computer in front of me. I'm at work, so like 90% of my day, you know, interacting is on my phone.
Yeah, you need that computer.
You need that computer.
I'm not gonna lie.
I
have been at my current job for over 3.5 years now. You need that computer.
You need that computer.
Yeah, like they have a Facebook ads app.
They
but
do.
It is just terrible. The interface is terrible. Like it will change your targeting like right as you're posting it, and then you realize that there is no targeting. Like you need your computer.
You need it.
Yeah, but even if you just run it from the computer, you can like monitor it on your phone still.
Yeah.
But I would not recommend changing anything.
Just leave it how it is.
Just leave it. If you need to change something, wait until you get home and you use your computer because no, just don't do it.
The way I do it now is friends and I do it to those who follow and friends of those who follow.
Yeah.
Because I think on our Facebook we're at 500 something likes and like something, whatever follows. I forget where the number is at. So if I can just get those.
Yeah, honestly, my real estate page followers on Facebook, I'm right at 500, but on Instagram, it's so crazy because Instagram is harder to conquer than Facebook because Facebook, you show up in the feed all the time. On Instagram, you show up in the feed once and it's gone forever. So like Instagram is actually where I put the focus. Like I want to say in October, end of October, I'm like, you know what? I need to like really get in on this Instagram stuff. Like, you know, really build this page up. I think I had like 167 followers or something at the end of October. I literally screenshot it on my phone because I'm like, I'm literally going to post and I'm going to engage. Like I don't use my personal page at all anymore. Like if people comment, I'll post a picture on my personal page and then go reply to all the comments from my real estate page.
That's smart.
Because I need to get that engagement on that page. So I will post every now and then on my personal page. Just because I get so much interaction because those are all my people. Yeah. Literally, end of October, I had like 160 something followers. Right now, I'm almost at 600. Like, in three months.
Wow.
So yeah, it gets real. Like you gotta learn
man.
You gotta learn the tricks. Once you learn the tricks, like you got it. If you already have 500 and something, then it's only like 2 jumps away and you'll be 1,015.
But see, that's on the sit down. So I do, when I post on my personal, I get a lot. But I think I'm going to take that idea and go back
post on your personal. Don't stop posting on your personal. But don't literally don't interact with anything from your personal page. Wow. And it's so funny. This morning, one of my friends called me. He's kind of like my accountability partner when it comes to business stuff and real estate stuff. and he was like trying to send me something on Instagram. He was like, "Oh my gosh, Shai, where's your page?" He's like, "I want to see is your real estate page." And I'm like, "That's the point. That is the point. Like, I need you to just see that, because that is what ultimately I need to build out. My personal page is just that. I don't need or want like a bunch of randoms, following my personal page. No, I need you to come over here and buy these houses. That's what I need you to do. So I need you to come on over here, Shai the Realtor. Go ahead and hit that follow button, like all my pictures, and then we do business.
Man, and the YouTube grew like literally overnight.
Yeah.
Like I jumped to like I jumped 100 subscribers literally in 2 days.
Yeah.
Now I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I'm grateful for it.
Right.
And I did a post about it. But I don't know what happened.
Somebody shared your video.
Someone had to do that.
Somebody shared your video.
Someone had to do that. And I was like, yo, this is crazy. So I told my wife, I was like, yo, because, I went to bed. I was like at like 2 something. And then the next morning, I was just getting notifications. So I checked notifications. I was like, yo, we're at like 2 something, almost 300. It was at 280 something. It was like in the middle of the day. By the end of the night, we was at 300. I was like, yo, it's crazy. So I went back to check notifications, and I couldn't see the notifications.
Yeah.
So I don't know if something with YouTube, or we weren't notified from every subscription. I'm pretty sure I wasn't notified from every one.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's good. So I mean, we're growing.
I like literally at the time I talked to you. You definitely didn't have as many followers or subscribers on YouTube as you do right now.
Oh, yeah.
At the time I talked to you, what was it, 3 months ago now? It was a long time ago.
Yeah.
Long time ago now. I was like, dang, look at you. Y'all better be over here doing it. Y'all better be over here doing it.
Yeah, so, now we're at like 340 something.
Yeah.
So it jumped again. So I'm like, dope. I appreciate it.
Right. tell me how it happened.
I need to know. And I need to know because I need to
duplicate it.
I need to duplicate it.
Yeah.
And that's all it is strategy. And one thing I learned, like, because we've done YouTube before, and I've researched YouTube before. Like we had this thing called the Tademy Show. People still watch the Tademy Show, which is crazy. But we did this thing called the Tademy Show. Had the intro and everything like that. And it was like a family vlog.
Oh.
So like we would shoot the family vlog.
Yeah.
I would edit, and then we post the Tademy Show. So that was the thing. But it came. It was too much. It took too much time to like. Because the children and then working and then I got to go back and edit.
You gotta hire somebody to edit that stuff. Like YouTubers do not edit their own videos. Like they take the video and they send it to someone else and then they edit it.
I edit everything.
I didn't know that was a thing. I wish I did because I would have done certain things a little different, but they don't be editing their stuff.
I edit everything.
Not unless it's their full-time job and it's not your full-time job. So like you don't have that type of time. You better go hire somebody.
It's tough.
Get an assistant.
It's tough. It's tough. That's my assistant.
That is crazy. That's a lot of work though.
It is.
The editing part is the worst part. Like you can record all day effortlessly.
Yeah.
You just record natural things, but to sit down and be like, okay, I need to trim this, clip that, warp that, like transition that, like nah.
The thing I would say that makes editing the show easier. What makes it easier is because we have the establishment shot, which is one shot, and then the close-ups.
Yeah.
So once I sync those audios, and then I take the audio out, mute the audio from the close-up cam, and only keep the audio from the establishment shot because that's what the mics are plugged into, and I just take out. That made it easier. T-Pain taught me how to do that.
T-Pain.
I was watching his T-Pain has a
He's still around. Like what?
What?
What is it?
Yes, T-Pain.
I don't know.
But now he's gaming.
Okay.
So he streams.
Yeah,
he live
streams
his gaming. Exactly. He live streams his gaming, and he streams his studio sessions.
Okay.
So he said, "Yeah, I've been editing all my music videos since I started." And I'm sitting there. He's like, "Yeah." He said, the way I edit now, he said, I just throw in all of the video. He said, and I just sync all the video up to the track. He said, and I just take out what I don't want, even if it's a split second. Half a second of a cool. He said, whatever looks good, I keep it in there. If it looks cool, I keep it. But I just take out everything that I don't want. And I edit. He said, I edited music videos and quick.
I'm like, I might need to.
That is smart.
I might need to try that.
I'm like, that is so smart.
Yeah.
Because like, literally just throw all your footage in there, sync it all, and then just take out. It's easier to take out than it is to add. Like before,
Right.
I'll throw in the establishment shot and I'll throw a close-in shot, edit that, throw a close-in shot, edit that. And I'm like, when he told me that, oh my gosh, it made
I
editing
think
so
I might
fast.
need to go watch this particular young man drop these gems because the only thing that really keeps me from doing video the way I probably should be doing video as an agent is editing. I do not have that time. I don't have it. I mean, I wish I did, but I don't.
Yeah.
Sounds like an excuse, but it's not.
It takes a lot.
I don't have it.
No, but it's a real concern though.
Yeah.
Like editing is real. Video, like right now, video is king.
Yeah.
Video is king right now. And that's why when I started this platform, I was like, our video has to get better. The video has to get better. And that's the reason why I pulled away from from live streaming. But the reason why I did it, I was in the same place as you. I was like, I don't have time to edit. And I knew how to video edit, but I was just like, I know what it's going to take to edit this.
Exactly. I'm going to shoot the shot for 30 minutes. It's going to take me 4 hours to edit it.
What?
Yeah.
That's on a good day.
Yeah. That's with no distractions.
No distractions.
Like no little ones.
No little ones.
No food breaks. Like nothing. Just sitting and tinkering for like 4 straight hours
Yeah.
and you might get it done.
I can't. So what I do, I open up my laptop, I throw in some anime.
Oh God.
So I'll be editing. This is how I edit. Because I like my animes.
Oh goodness.
Yeah.
I have not gotten on the anime train. I did watch one on Netflix. I can't even tell you what it was. It was actually pretty good.
Anime?
Can't tell you what it was though.
Really?
It was pretty. I was like, okay, I see why people watch it.
Yeah.
I probably won't watch it again, but I see why people watch it. I understand.
Anime is my jam. Anime is my jam.
Why?
Why?
Like, what is it? Like, what is the thing about the anime?
Off back, I want to say it's the hero story, and everybody loves the hero story. Everybody loves the underdog hero story. But then, the action, the storylines are a whole lot better in animes than movies. Animes have the best storylines.
I will say that the one that I was watching is pretty
storylines.
good.
I'm a movie buff. I'm a movie head.
Yeah.
So I'm into movies and film. Me and my brother, we could talk movies all day. Like literally, me and my older brother could talk movies all day.
Yeah.
Quote movies all day. But it's the storylines, and then you could do more with it because it's not live action. It takes no CG.
Right.
It's animated. So like the fight scenes are
You
always
literally do whatever you want.
crazy.
You
Yeah.
can literally make whatever you want.
I mean, they got people. Bleach is my number one anime. People walk in the air. They run.
Was
in
it
the air.
Bleachers?
Bleach. That's my favorite anime.
Is it on Netflix?
Yes, they have it on Netflix. It's not on Netflix. Then they got movies on Netflix. Oh, Hulu. It's on Hulu.
Okay, I got Hulu.
Hulu.
I got all the things.
Yeah.
You know, millennial life.
Yeah.
No cable, but I got every subscription that we can get.
So what got you into real estate?
I
Why
work.
real estate?
I work. My 9-to-5 job is in the real estate industry. We just do digital media for like property developers, property management companies, and I also have a portfolio of home builders.
Oh, wow.
So I don't know if you know this or if anyone really knows this, but the home builder market is like a direct correlation to the economy itself. Like when home builders are building, the economy is good. When home builders are not building, it's a little concerning.
Yeah.
So I was just talking to this one particular client, and she's telling me, "Oh my God, things are booming, things are booming." I'm like, "What you mean? What do you mean booming? Like define booming?" She was like, "Oh well," and then she was telling me how home builders develop their marketing budgets, which is the budgets that I use to get exposure, to their communities.
Yeah.
And I'm just listening to these numbers, like,
I want some of
what
that
did you
budget.
say? She's like, "Yeah, they just take a portion of however many houses they want to sell. They take 5%, let's just say 5%." Of the total number of houses they want to sell, and that is what they use as their marketing budget. So I'm just looking like, okay, if this is your marketing budget, then this is how much house you're about to sell off of this marketing budget, and then I'm about to make this much money off of this marketing budget that you're going to use to sell these houses.
Yeah.
And I got my real estate license. That was basically exactly how that went, because I'm just like, I don't understand why.
Yeah.
I would literally, work for pennies on the dollar.
Yeah.
If pennies.
Yeah.
Because they make crazy money. Like, these home builders make crazy money. Like, yeah, you know, property management companies buy apartment developments, you know, they lease them up, they make, you know, they make a salary just like me.
Yeah.
But like these people over here, no one's telling them how much money they can or cannot make.
No.
And if you're selling, because I got houses in that portfolio and I'm literally updating these ads like, what the heck, 1.3 million, 1.4 million. I'm like, I want 3% of that.
I want 3%.
Like, I after a certain point, I'm like, I don't understand why I wouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Because I already know the industry. Real estate is all about marketing and relationships. And I don't have to do both of those. So, like, I'm about to go make me some real estate bag. That's pretty much it. So, I got my license. It took me a while to get my license. It was, you know, some personal things going on. Well, I had, you know, anyway, so I had some family things going on. So, it took me a little bit longer. But once I got that license, I was, like, scared. Pantsless? I was scared. I was scared for like the first 6 months. I did not make a move for like the first 6 months. Like, if you go back to the beginning of my real estate Instagram, I did not announce that I was a real estate agent until like June. And I got my license December of the previous year. Like, I was like, I don't know. We in a pandemic. Like, what's not going on? Like, ain't nobody gonna hire me to sell their house. I would just, you know, wait and see, you know, if this thing clears up. Because, you know, at the beginning of the pandemic, we all thought it was a joke. So, we got locked down for 2 weeks, we back to normal.
Right.
Here we are a year later, and it's just like, this is really what we living in right now. So,
and it's still trickling.
Still. So, like, I was, like, super nervous about starting. And then my first deal, actually, every single deal I've ever gotten as a real estate agent has come from a referral. Even the first one. Wow. Never done a real estate deal in my life. Somebody was like, hey, you know, I know this great realtor. You want to sell your house? I know this great realtor. The lady gave me the contract. I sold the house, and I think we went on the contract in 12 days. And at the end of it, when we closed, I was like, you know, that's my first, my first one. She was like, what? I'm like, yeah. She's like, oh, you're gonna do great at this. And it's just like, once you hear that so many times, it's like, am I going to be great at this? Like, did I do a good job? Because I don't got nothing to compare it to. Yeah. Like, it's not like other agents are going to tell you, like, hey, you know, you did a great job. They, you know, were fighting the entire time. So I realized that this was probably going to be my thing when business just kept coming to me. Yeah. Like, I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. Yeah. But, like, yeah, I want you to help me, you know, find a house. I'm like, but I don't even know. Like, it was at one point I was literally calling, shout out to Tremaine. I was literally calling Tremaine, like, which is like the guy from the brokerage that basically mentored me the entire time, like every 5 minutes. Because I work from home, especially after the pandemic, I work from home completely. This person asked me this question. What's the answer? Okay, this is the next question. Okay, this is question number 3. He was like, Shai, I was like, what's going on? I'm like, I don't know. These people ask me questions. I don't know what to tell them. These aren't Googleable questions. Like, I need answers, but like, I can't just leave them waiting because, like, you know, real estate is a game of follow-up. Like, the person who follows most, you know, makes all the money. The person who talks to the most people, you know, makes all the money. So, like, I need answers. Wow. So he was just like, Lord Jesus. So after the first few deals went by, like, now, you know, it's not as bad. But that beginning is brutal. It's like, because you just don't know anything. Like, and you don't even know what you don't know until you don't know it. So it's like, there's no way to prepare for it. Like, and I'm used to being, you know, like a boss at my job. So, like, to go into a field where you know nothing. Yeah. And people know you as, like, you know, the super well put together girl. Like, oh, she knows what she's doing. Yeah. Don't know nothing. I didn't know nothing.
You don't know anything.
Didn't know. I mean, I do now, but I didn't then.
At the time.
I didn't then. So that was like, but it just kept coming. Like, I would literally close a deal, get a client, close a deal, get a client. I'm just like, maybe I do know what I'm doing. Yeah. Maybe I do know what I'm doing. So now I'm just like, yeah, I'm a realtor. You know, you got a house? You want to buy a house? Okay, I'm a realtor. Literally, I was at, what's that place? The go-kart place on iDrive.
It's next to not Fun Spot.
Not Fun Spot. It is next to Fun Spot.
It's next to Fun Spot?
I don't know.
Is it next to Top Golf?
Yes.
Is it a Dale Earnhardt?
Yes.
The Earnhardt? Okay.
That place. So I'm literally at that place. You know, the little ones are riding the go-karts inside. And the guy who's like, you know, manning the game, he walks over. He's like, "Do you own your home in Orlando?" I'm like, "No." "Are you a realtor?" He was like, "Yes." I said, "So am I. I'm a realtor." So I'm like, "Okay, I'm gonna do what he did. I'm just go up to everybody. Do you own your home? Do you want to?" I'm a realtor. So yeah,
So, so he was gonna pitch you. If
he
you
was gonna
didn't?
pitch me, and I should have let him too. I should have let him.
Just
"Do
to
you own
hear
your
it.
home?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Do you plan on owning one?" I'm like, "You gotta be a realtor. Only realtors do stuff like that."
Yeah.
But he was like, "Yeah, I'm a realtor." I was like, "Okay, well, so am I." So nice try.
I used to when I did like the worst job anyone could do, be a telemarketer. No offense to telemarketers, but like when I used
Super
to do
offense
that.
to telemarketers.
Oh jeez.
Please stop calling me. Like I don't. Please stop.
I used to do that,
Yeah.
and when I used to do that, people used to call me. Mm-hmm. When telemarketers used to call, I used to want to hear their rebuttals.
Yeah.
And I would just sit there and just let them keep rebuttaling, just to mess with them. And then I stopped doing that. Then I would still do that to them.
Yeah.
And the newspaper people used to call me. Then I one time I was selling what are those things that be on pools?
The next.
The pools? No, the pumps. Mm-hmm. The pool pumps and stuff like that. I used to sell that, and the salt that goes into the clean the pools and stuff like that. I used to sell that stuff, and it was rough.
Yeah.
It was rough.
You know, these telemarketers these days, they're not good. You tell them no one time, they just hang up in your face. "Hey, I was calling about, not interested." Click. I'm like, dang, you're not even gonna try. Like they just hang right up in your face.
I haven't had a telemarketer in a minute.
I have them all the time.
All
All the time. Well, when you become a realtor, all of your information is public. So
there.
like I get phone calls at least 5 or 6 a day.
And have you signed up on the do not call list? No. And okay, there's a national do not call list.
Yeah, there's a there's actually a national one and a state one. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah,
we have to reference it a lot in real estate so that we don't call people who are on that. It's like a $2,000 fine. It's something crazy.
Wow.
Something crazy. So yeah, I try to stay away from. I don't call nobody. I send you a text, but I'm not calling.
You're not gonna call them.
I'm not calling.
The one thing I do now, like, because you have to be talking about yourself.
Yeah.
And it's tough to do if you're like a natural introvert, like if you're naturally introvert, and that's what I am.
Me too.
Yeah, I have to like be an extrovert, and I had to work that muscle. It was really bad. It is a muscle though. Bad.
It is a muscle. You have to work it, and eventually it comes naturally. Yeah. But at first, it's just like,
whew, it's tough.
Do I really want to do this?
I came from a performing background. I mean, I did music, and I did a little light acting.
Yeah.
Light theater.
Here?
Yeah.
Okay.
I was on Sheena.
You what?
I was on Sheena. It was shot at the Universal lot when Universal had a film lot.
Okay.
I was like 17 or something like that. 16, 17. And I was on Sheena. I did cool. That. So, and then I did music too, so I would perform.
Yeah.
But it was so easy to perform.
Yeah.
Like when music started, boom, I was like in the element. You know, they was like, "Oh, Dan, you're good, natural." It was dope. But after that, let me go back here. Everybody want to talk to you and stuff like that. And
I just need quiet.
Yeah, and I would just like want to leave. I would either leave the event, try to leave the event or something like that. But then I had to learn like, if you want more gigs, you gotta stay around. So I would force myself. Then like I started getting opportunities, started going to different places. Then when I got into the white churches, because just CHH, it was like, you know, it was like, that's why I made the money. Yeah. But like, and I mean, at the end, the kids would come all around me. I'm signing autographs, and you know, it was really cool. But I had to work that. Yeah. And then when I started doing this,
now
this was
you all worked out.
It was different, but I had to grow. So I would have to, like what you saying, walking to people. I was like, hey, I got a talk show. Boom, boom, boom. Hey, hand out my business, hand out the cards to the show. You got to do it.
You got to do it.
What was like the toughest, one of the toughest things you've had to deal with so far?
In real estate?
Yeah.
I think the toughest thing I've had to deal with so far is probably the fact that people will waste your time.
Time wasting?
And they know that they're wasting your time.
You know you don't want no house.
And they act like they're not. And I think that gets to me. Because for me, just tell me that you just want information. Like, don't come as a client and then you really don't actually want to do any business. You just want to pick my brain is what they call it. Like if you want to pick my brain, then schedule a consultation. They're free, so like you really don't. You don't got paid for it. But like don't just. I have this one person like in my inbox. I mean religiously. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. I got this. I got that. I got that. I got. I'm like, okay, great. Like, okay, do you know what your credit score? Like regular, very basic, surface level things, and then they would disappear. Right. Come back a week later. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. I want to buy a house. No, you don't. You know you don't.
Did you block them?
No, they're still on that same cycle right now. I mean, I'm just holding out hope that eventually they will actually be ready to buy a house, because you don't want to just be like, okay. But like there are some people you just gotta tell them like, hey, I understand that this is what you want to do,
right?
But like I need you to come to me when you're ready, or at least trying to get ready, because then that's when the work starts. Yeah. But until then, there's nothing I could do.
That process is quick, like home buying, or like if you want to buy a home. Not to say you can get into a house tomorrow, but like when that process starts, it's like,
especially in this market, and everyone is like always the market. And it's just like, this is not the one that you want to be playing in. Like I was literally just telling one of my clients today, because he was telling me, he's like, I got this guy for you. He's ready. Like his lease is expiring. He's ready to go. And I'm like, okay, great. But is he ready to go? Because if he's not, then he's not gonna have a house. Like I have some clients flying in this weekend from out of state. I think there was 12 homes on the list that they sent back to me after you sent them a bunch of houses. They pick blah blah. I scheduled tours for 7 of them last night.
Wow.
This morning, 4 of them were gone. Like,
are you serious?
There's 3 houses left. Like, that's it. Like,
wow.
That is where we are. So, like, when people are, like, constantly, like, I want to buy, it's like, but do you? Because are you ready for this?
Yeah.
Because this is not for the faint of heart. Like, if you are even a little bit skeptical that you might not be ready, like, just wait until you are, because you're just going to waste your time. You're going to make yourself frustrated. Like, you're going to be like, oh, well, maybe this isn't for me. And like, you never, buying a house is a very emotional process, right? Like people don't factor that part in when they're like, I want to buy a house. Like, it takes a mental and emotional toll on you to put in 6 contract offers and you get outbid every time.
Wow.
A lot of people aren't going to want to keep going after that, but that is the market that we're in. Like, so if you're coming, you need to be coming and not just like, oh, I think I want to do it. Like, no, you need to know. And you need to be driven to do it, because if not, you're not going to get a house.
I feel like now is the time, if you're interested in buying a house, I feel like now is the time to buy.
Oh, for sure. Like, and then for 2 reasons. Everyone's always talking about the interest rates, they're low, they're super low. And like, yeah, sure. But like housing prices are going up. They're not going down
right now.
Like, they're going up. So like, if you do want to buy a house, like, you should probably get one before they're like even more expensive than they are now. Because let's be real, like, these houses are expensive. Like, it's just creeping up more and more.
I see them creeping up. I mean,
every day.
You'll drive through a neighborhood, and not to say it's like bad or run down, but like you'll drive through a neighborhood and you'll think it's just like middle class or something like that. But there's like $1 million homes in that community. And I'm seeing that. I'm like, what? This,
especially in Orlando.
Yeah.
You can literally see $1 million home in a neighborhood with a bunch of regular houses.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen it. I've driven by and seen them.
Yeah.
I want to talk about some failure though.
Failures?
Mm-hmm.
In real estate?
Like, period, man. Life failures, because I am growing an attachment to failure. Let me explain to you why. 2 reasons. The first reasons, well, a few reasons. I'll just name 2. Okay. One of the reasons why I'm growing an attachment to failure is because I believe, or I think, I don't want to say I feel, I want to say I think. I think that failure is a dope indication that you're close to something. I'm not going to say you're close to this, like, this peak of like success, or like you're about to be successful. I don't want to be that cliche type person, like, oh, failure, you be successful. No, I just feel like you're at the peak of something, or you're close to something when you fail. I feel like, when it comes to something internal or whatever it is that you're doing, if you fail or when you fail, I feel like you're close to reaching a level of success in whatever it is you're doing, or personal success or inner success. And then the second thing is, it's just like so much learning that comes with failure. I feel like there are things that you can never learn unless you fail at something. You know, I feel like there's parts of, I'll just use myself as an example. I don't want to place it on anyone, but I feel like there's levels or, you know, areas within what I'm doing, whether it's in like show or television or whatever, that I will never learn unless I fail.
Right.
So I kind of got a nice little I respect failure.
Yeah,
I'm not afraid of it anymore.
But see, that's the thing. When you're in a place where you're wanting to grow, you learn to embrace it. And I listen to a lot of like personal development, like podcasts and things. And one of my favorite people to listen to is Kevin Ward. He's like a real estate coach.
I thought you was about to say Kevin Samuels. I'm sorry.
No, Kevin Ward. And he always says, you know, you gotta fail fast. Like people spend way too much time overanalyzing, you know, analysis paralysis, trying to figure out all of the most perfect ways to do this thing so that they don't fail. But like you missed so many opportunities to learn so much when you do that. So that's what I had to realize about like being an agent. I'm just gonna fail every day. Like that's my goal. My goal is to fail one time every day. It don't matter what it was. If I forgot to do a follow up, you know what I'm saying? If I was supposed to post, I didn't post. Like I'm gonna fail every day, because in every single failure, just like you said, you have to learn something. Yeah. The only time you really truly fail is when you didn't learn anything. Then you just fail for no reason. But like if you fail but you learn something in the process, I don't consider that like a failure per se. It's just a part of growing. Yeah. Like you're not gonna get everything in the first. And I tell my toddler this a lot, because he's always like, It was like, dude, you're going to mess up. Yeah. He's even got to the point where he's like, well, mommy, mistakes happen. Like, oh, you know, he spilled his drink, you know, on the kitchen table. He just looks up. He's like, I made a mistake. Like, you got to be stopped. But you have to do it. So that's my thing now. If I'm fail fast, because in 2 years, I'm gonna look back and be like, you know what? All of it was for something. Yeah. But if you fail and quit, it was all for nothing. Yeah. It was all for nothing. So I respect that you have a relationship with failure.
What was one of your memorable failures
in life? I mean, I don't want to, put, too much. I mean, I'm just going to tell you my perspective of your
perspective.
So it was funny that I was just watching Jyoti's interview with you, because she was talking about how her, I want to say son, is it a boy?
Her son, yeah.
Was 4 when her and her husband, got a divorce.
Gotcha.
I'm not married, but like my son is 4, and like there's kind of some restructuring happening at the moment, and nobody prepares you for the amount of like guilt associated with that.
On you?
Just, you call it mom guilt. Like you're like, oh well, nobody wants to be somebody's like baby daddy or like baby mama, but like there's a huge like emotional like, oh my God. Mm-hmm. I failed my family that comes with that, and it's like it's really tough to navigate, because it's like you really didn't, and it's not like we're all in an all-out war. That's definitely not the case, but there is that sense of like, how do I tell my kid that he can't have a sister because of this? Like he literally, it's so crazy. He prays every night for a sister. Like he literally is like. His prayer is like, he thanks the Lord for me, his dad, his brother, and he's like, and God, can you please create me a sister that belongs to me, to my mommy's house, to my daddy's house. Wow. And then eventually he started saying, God, thank you for my sister. And I'm like, wait a minute. What do you mean? What is it? What is it? Oh, I don't have one yet. I'm just, saying thank you because he's going to give me one. And I'm just like.
Wow. You don't want any more kids?
I mean, I do want more kids, but I mean, this is not an ideal situation. We're bringing additional children into, so it's just that, and like dealing with like navigating that, and like little 4-year-old brains can't comprehend certain things. And we keep the family aspect going, and we do things together, but I think that is probably the biggest thing that I feel, me personally, that I've ever really felt like I truly failed at. Even if I didn't really fail. Like some things just, they grow apart, and it's, it's nobody's fault. After a certain period of time, it's just like, okay, this just doesn't work, know?
Yeah.
So that is,
That is
the thing. That is the thing.
I had I had a huge failure when it came to doing this, right?
Yeah.
We had a guest come to a location we were shooting at. We were shooting at a barbershop when we first started. Had the guest show up, set up everything, and the setup was way more intense than what you see now. It was way more involved. Mm-hmm. And we had a mixer board, we had the computer, like it was just so much. It was a lot. It was a lot to carry.
I see.
To the location. It was a lot. But I started just buying stuff because I was like, I want to bring the show out a little bit more. So I started buying different things. I started investing financially into the show. So guest gets there. We promoted everything like that. We're going live at this time. The technology is just not on our side. The live starts, cuts off. The audio starts, cuts audio. I mean, and we like danced around for like an hour and a half trying to get this thing going. My guest
and it was live.
Here, and it's live. We're on location. One of the
so
we had this barbershop
in front
owner.
Of the entire internet world.
We had a barbershop owner. He was like, "Yeah, you can shoot your show here." I mean, we get there, you know what I'm saying?
That's a cool set though. It was the barbershop.
The barbershop, it was cool. We had a nice little spot in the barbershop set up. I mean, it was dope. And my guest is there, and my wife was like, "Dang, just don't worry about it. And I'm just like, mind you, before that happened, I left my keyboard here, wireless keyboard. So I had to run to the store, buy a wireless keyboard.
Oh,
Came back, no batteries. Had to run out again to the store, buy batteries for the wireless keyboard. Come back, got the wireless keyboard synced up.
Oh, goodness.
And this is like...
This sounds like my workshop 2 weeks ago.
This is 2 minutes before showtime.
Yeah.
I get back, throw the batteries in there, and she's like, "Dang, just relax, calm down." I'm like, "Oh my God, it's going crazy, whatever."
Woosah.
Yeah. Get everything set up. Doesn't work. And he was just so patient.
Yeah.
He was like, "Whatever you got to do, Dang." And I'm just like... I mean, for an hour and a half, we sat there, tried to get this live to work, and it did not work. Restarted
what was wrong with
it? Still don't know.
Oh, goodness.
That was just a puzzle.
Right. It's an anomaly that just happened to happen.
We're going to go, and then we started doing some stuff after that, try to get lives to work, bringing in different softwares, try to get it to work, and then, we just decided on just listen.
Yeah.
And now, we started this during COVID season. After the George Floyd murder, we start putting these lives together, and I had like most of the year booked out.
Yeah.
For lives. Yeah. My wife gets on board. She said we got to reschedule everybody. Now we reschedule everybody a week earlier because we're not doing lives anymore. We're pre-recording.
Right.
So schedule that. Then we got to schedule out their release dates. It was insane.
Yeah.
But that failure, I mean, that one we had more after that, but something about that one. Yeah. Was just like, if you're gonna do it, you can't quit. Yeah. It has to be a pivot from here on out. Everything has to be a pivot because you failed, but you're not gonna stop. My brother told me this. He said, because you're not gonna stop, so find a way around it. Pivot. Right. And ever since then, it's just been a pivoting experience through failure. But I like it.
Yeah, I mean that's what growth is all about, though. Yeah, learning how to pivot. I forget where I heard that. I've heard that somewhere. I'm pretty sure learning how to pivot.
What you're doing, yeah.
But I mean that's all it is, and it's just not even just finding a way around it, but like changing in the process, right? Because like you're never gonna do that again. You know what I'm saying? No. Like you're never gonna do that again. No. And that's exactly what like life's failures is all about. Like I did this. Here's all the things that I did in this process, and here's all the things I'm never going to do again as a result of this process. And like, I think that's even a bigger part of just learning how to pivot. Because some people learn how to pivot and they never change what they're doing. So like they end up pivoting around the same issue that's 7 different sides of the same coin. It's just like, well, you're going to keep, I tell my little brother this all the time, you're going to keep having this same issue until you learn the lesson. I tell my little sister this too, like, you do understand that if you go to, 7 different settings and you run into the same variation of the same, or a different variation of the same issue, you might want to do some internal, soul seeking, because that doesn't happen. That's not how life works. Like, no two things is ever going to be the same. So if there's a common theme running across your life, like, maybe the issue isn't the outside, maybe it's something that you need to figure out, whether that's like an attitude adjustment. Like, it doesn't really matter what it is, but until you figure that out, you're going to keep having this problem.
When you were saying that, I was just thinking about relationships, because that was something I struggled with for a long time. I was horrible at relationships before my wife. I was horrible. Not intentionally.
Yeah.
I mean,
we think we're doing great, but in reality, we might not be doing great.
Totally tearing this up.
Doing great.
You're totally tearing this up.
Right.
I was horrible at it. I didn't have the best examples. I didn't really have too many examples of it. I mean, growing up, it was just siblings, because I have 4 brothers. I'm one of 7. I'm number 5.
I'm one of 8.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, y'all won. Yeah. How many boys? How many girls?
4 and 4.
Really? What number are you?
I'm in the middle. I'm number 5.
I'm number 5.
Yeah.
But I'm 5 of 7. Yeah. So I guess I sort of had that middle experience, because I'm number 5, but really it's not the middle of 7. But like, I have 2 younger siblings, a brother and a sister, and then I have 4 older siblings, 3 boys, 3 older brothers, 1 older sister. So I kind of had both dynamics.
Yep.
Had both dynamics. So I mean and then of course television was a huge influence. And then my parents got divorced, and so it was kind of like, mom has to go get a job, she has to work now. So it's just like, who raises you?
I know that.
But anyway, so I wasn't good at the people thing.
Yeah.
Because I've always had siblings, so you really don't make friends, really.
Yeah, your
so
siblings are your siblings.
Yeah. So
you don't learn how to effectively communicate.
No.
You don't learn anything.
No.
Because you already all know each other, and that is where you get, 95% of your mannerisms, your habits, your characteristics come from inside your house. Like, especially when you have that many siblings. Like, you don't need friends.
You don't need friends.
You literally just pick a brother or pick a sister, and you're all races. Exactly.
That's how it always was. Even in school.
Yeah.
I went to school with siblings. So it's just like I always had someone. So I get out of school, and I get into this world, outside of the house, outside of the family dynamics, and I realize that the way I grew up was not normal. I'm in my 20s. And I didn't realize that what was normal to my house, like, dang, y'all have these type of...
You know what's crazy?
It was weird out here.
Me and my siblings just had this conversation, like, this past year.
Yeah?
Because I had to just tell, like, it's really my little brother and little sister that just... because my little brother is 2 years younger than me. My little sister is 4 years younger than him. And because I'm the middle, I'm like the central sounding board for everybody, right? Because I'm in the middle. Like, my older siblings call me, my younger siblings call me, my mom calls me. So by the end of it, I have everybody's side, and I'm just like, okay, what do I do with this, right? So we speak loudly, as I'm sure you know, and that's just how we grew up. You know what I'm saying? Like, we are natural yellers, and it's not that we're even trying to yell. Like, that if you weren't yelling in the house, like, no one heard you. So it's like, when we get to like school and like everyone's talking, but the teacher's yelling at you, you're like, but dang, everybody else talking. She's like, yeah, but I can only hear you. I can hear you. And it's like, oh, you picking on me. But it's like, no, like, that might be our normal baseline, but that's not a normal baseline. And there's so many normal baselines that we we're crap talkers.
You gotta be.
Yeah.
You have to be.
You have to be.
That's how I am.
So then when, like, something happens and, I start, like, popping off, not even really, like, seriously, but just like, this is just, we get going and we get going. They just be looking at me like, are you nuts? And I'm like, what I did?
Yeah.
They're like, yeah, Shai, that's not normal. I'm like, okay, fine. Fine. I'll make an adjustment. But, those 2 little ones, well, they're not little anymore, but they having a little bit harder over time because that generation is more a little stuck in their ways a little bit. So like, and they're not really quite old enough to where like life has really punched them in the face yet. So it's just like I'm trying to save you here, but I see that you're just gonna have to get punched like I did.
Oh, so what do you think about being a black woman in real estate the way that you are? So the women entrepreneurs or business women that come on my show, I'm always curious about their experience, their life experience, because I know what it is as a black man. I get it. And then the black men, I'll ask about it too. Yeah. But I know that experience, like the black woman engaging throughout society. Like, what is it? Do you feel a pressure? Is there a pressure to perform?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Because I don't like to put it this way, but like you have two strikes against you no matter what. You're black and you're a woman. You know what I'm saying? Like no. First of all, it's already hard enough to be taken serious as a woman, but then as a black woman, they just be like, oh,
so it's a taken serious.
I mean, sure, like people, they don't give you the same level of respect that they would if you were a little bit fair toned and had a little more testosterone. They just don't give it to you. Like you have to earn it. I say you gotta work twice as good to get half as much. Like it's like that, but like times 2. Right. So it's just like, I mean, you feel it, but like ultimately, I surround myself with successful black women. So I don't allow myself to get bogged down in the side eyes and the off, you know what I'm talking about, because I'm sure you've experienced it. It's just like I be pirating Lake Nona for obvious reasons. So I'll go like to all the new construction communities. I'll get footage, video, photos, whatever, and like as soon as you walk through the door, like they don't even greet you. It's like they just be like, "Oh, what you doing in here?" They don't say it, but they don't need to. Like people don't understand that like racism and sexism isn't always loud. Sometimes it's in those subtle actions, like you not greeting me when I come through the door, or I'm asking you for information and you just like toss me a pamphlet, going about your business. That's fine. You're gonna see me in 30 days when I'm closing one of these houses, so don't even worry about it. But at the end of the day, like it is definitely a thing. But also that's one of the biggest reasons why I picked Combs Premier as the brokerage that I work for. It's black owned. We have majority black agents. I think we got probably like something like 95-96% black agents. And like when you're surrounded by that much black excellence on a regular basis, it's hard to like let some petty little thing really get to you. I remember I called my broker and I told him about my experience. He's like, so what you mean? So my feelings hurt? He's like, girl, you get your money back over there and make some money. What are you talking about? There's no such thing as feelings when the check clears. Like, go do your job. Like, they can't stop you from doing your job. So just make them uncomfortable.
You said Combs Premier?
Combs Premier Realty Group. Broker Emmett Combs.
Oh, so they're a broker?
Mm-hmm. And we have offices pretty much all over Florida now. We just expanded to Atlanta.
Really?
Yeah.
I need to talk to somebody from there.
Yeah.
I want to run the show.
To me. I'm just kidding. I mean, yeah. I'm sure Emmett will be down.
You for sure, but I mean like...
Yeah, I mean, we're with it. I literally told him about this the other day too.
Because something like that, I just need to be a part of it.
Yeah,
I walk up to people. I'm just like, one of my pitches for my show, especially when I went to Atlanta. Like, I'm just like, hey, what do? You look like somebody. I need to know what you do.
Yeah,
I need to know. Like, I need to be a part of that, because I feel like with my platform, like, definitely promote, get stuff off. Y'all, you want to buy a house. You know what I'm saying? You looking for a home. So they're already cool on that point.
Yeah.
I like the story.
Yeah.
I want to know the story of you getting involved. I want to know the story of that.
Yeah.
Because like, how did you do that? That's impressive.
Honestly,
especially being black owned. Anything black owned like that.
Emmett is the man though. Like honestly, Emmett is the man. Like, and he a little man. I mean, he but like when he walks into a room, like he commands it every time. And when you,
it's the alpha male.
Yeah, like, and he just, he knows what he's doing. Just like you say, you look like you're somebody who knows what you're doing. Like, he knows what he's doing.
Yeah.
He has been at this for a while. Like, the way he just speaks life into every single one of us as agent individually, as a group, it doesn't matter. Like, you cannot find people like him and his wife Tamara. Like, you cannot find people like them. Like, when I got my license, I was heavily like recruited by brokerages because of my marketing background. Wow. Like, if you have an in-house marketing person, like an in-house advertising person, like, I mean, that's a money machine, right? Because you know, I can do this for everybody, not just myself. Like, I can tell all of you how to run your ads, all of you how to target people, all of you what creative works well. Everybody knows video is king now, but what kind of video? You know what I mean? Like, all those things. So, I mean, I literally, before I even took my test, I had 7 interviews. Before I passed, I'm like, I didn't pass my test yet. I'm not even an agent. They were like, we don't care.
We don't care.
We don't care. Like, that's all over the LinkedIn. Like, but Emmett and Tamara were the only 2 people who, because, you know, when you go on an interview, that job, no matter what profession it is, they're looking for what you could do for them. And they were the only 2 people that were like, well, what are you doing? Like, what are your goals? Like, how do we fit into that plan for your, you know what I mean? Like, why are you here, basically? Yeah. Not really so much like, you know, what can we get out of you, but like, how did you end up right here where you are? And it was just, I don't think I've ever had in any experience like that in any profession at all. Like, people don't care what you got to do. And
it's smart. Honestly, that's a smart question to ask, because that lets you know if that person plans on being there. Yeah. Because if you don't fit into their plans, no matter how much you think you're going to get from that person, you're not going to get the most you can from them because they're just passing through. So I'm not going to give you everything I have to offer. Exactly. And I mean, it's not like I don't want to, but I'm just heading someplace.
Yeah. And they handpick all of their agents like that.
Which is smart. That's clutch.
Yeah, like, that's how, like, they were able to build. Like, when I first started, and this was just in like last January, like just before, you know, pandemic started. I think there was like
COVID season.
12 of us. 12. I think it was like 12, 13, 14 agents. It was a real low number, but like, now we have offices in Jacksonville, Miami, Lakeland, Orlando, Tampa, now Atlanta. That just happened just this past month.
Dope.
Literally everywhere. And it's just like, when I got here, this did not look like this. And like, I watched it happen. I'm just like, oh my God. Like,
that's big.
This is happening. Wow. So Emmett's a man. So I definitely, you know, reach out to him and see if we can get that happening. But it's just an amazing environment. So to you know, circle back to our original question, being a Black woman in real estate is hard, it's tough. But when you have someone that fills you up the way this, being a part of this company does, like, you're unfazed by it. Like, it is what it is. Like, I'm not gonna stop being Black, and I'm not gonna stop being woman. So I'm not gonna let it hold me back. Yeah. So
I feel like, and then I want to talk to you about, like, what's your future look like. I want to know what you see for yourself. I feel like when it comes to the whole racism thing, and I struggled with that for a minute, because, you know, growing up, I experienced it. I seen it. I grew up in racist parts of town, but like,
where'd you grow up?
In Ocoee.
Oh, okay.
Right. You made the face and everything. Played Pop Warner football and felt it there, but I didn't know what I was experiencing. I didn't know it at the time.
You don't know.
You don't know it. I got called a nigger in my neighborhood.
As a kid?
Yeah, I slapped him in the face.
Oh yeah.
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 Had I known a little bit
Hands
more,
and feet.
I'd have balled that fist up.
Yeah.
But whatever, I digress. But you know, but you don't know.
Yeah. And then you definitely don't know the depths of it at that age.
Exactly.
Either.
And I'm sure he didn't either.
Yeah, he just his parents said.
I can't. There you go. Mm-hmm. You know, so I really can't blame him either, because he's a kid. He don't know. So as I got older, like, you start feeling it, you start seeing it different ways, and at first it made me shrink, because I was like, oh man, you know what I'm saying? But then as I learned a little bit more, I was like, oh, bump that.
Yeah.
Because you're not gonna say anything to me, one, and you're not gonna put your hands.
I was just saying you can't whoop me. So what's up?
So at that point now, it's just you feel inferior.
Yeah.
Not that I really know. I don't freaking know. But I'm just saying, like, now it's just like...
my thing is just, what's the point?
I'm about to just shine on you real quick.
Yeah, but because what's the point?
At the end of the day...
If you're not threatened, why are you bothering me?
Yeah, so
like, it just doesn't make sense.
And then, and what I encourage black people to do is don't let that... Because that's going to be wherever you go. Whether you strive for something, whether you try to fulfill your dreams, whether you pursue your professional career, whether you start that business or, further your entrepreneurial efforts... whether you do that or not, you're still gonna have that.
Yep.
You might as well at least set your family up and your legacy and your life
in the process.
In the process, because either way, it's gonna be there. We can't make it go away. And I had to get okay with that. And I was like, oh, well, you gonna hate, period. You're not gonna like me, whatever. Don't matter what that checkbook look like.
Right. Because I mean, as long as the money's
at the end of the day, you cannot like me all day. You paying for this or what?
Right. Exactly.
We gonna get this
we
money
doing business.
Because at the end of the day, it's gonna be there.
Though. I call it, I have to allow myself to make space for myself. Because like you said, you shrink back in those moments. It's like, oh, do I belong here? Like, should I be here? Like, maybe if I just make myself this big, nobody will notice me and, everything will be fine. But make yourself this big. This big. Like, you have every right to be in whatever room you're standing in simply because you're there. Yep. You have just as much right as the next person to be in that room as anybody else does. So, like... mediocre white men don't do that.
No,
they don't do that. They walk in the room and command it. So like, I'm gonna do the same thing because
no matter what
they literally get.
Yeah.
There's a shirt that I want to buy so bad, but I know I can't do it. It says, "I would be 10 times as successful as I am right now if I just had the confidence of a mediocre white man." And it's like.
They have a lot of confidence
because nobody ever told them anything else.
No,
we are raised to survive.
Yep.
They are literally raised to thrive. Like, they literally wake up every day to somebody telling them they can do whatever they want. So, like, one of my son's affirmations every night is, I could do anything. Yep. Now, granted, we got to reframe that a little bit now that he, to get a little combative. But, like, I need him to know, like, you can literally do anything because the whole entire world is going to tell you that you can. Yep. Because you might be a cute little black boy now, but you're going to be a grown black man in a minute. Yep. I need you to know you can do anything. Yeah. Like, I want a Tesla. Okay, we'll get you a Tesla.
Go ahead, get one.
Oh, look, his thing is cars. Oh, that's a drop top. What do you know about drop top? But like, that's his thing. Like, he literally knows every car, Beamer, Mercedes, like Range, every single one of them. He calls them out on demand. That's his thing. And he's like, I want this car. I want to buy a fire truck. Okay, then you go buy a fire truck. But you better make sure you got your steps in order to buy a fire truck. Yeah. Because it ain't as easy as you think. Yeah. But like, I need him to know, like, as a black man in this country, being raised in an environment where the world hates you. Yes. Like, I need you to know that you can do and be anything. Yeah. Because that's the same way that those people raise their children, and that's probably why we're in the situation we're in right now. Like, people like Donald Trump, running around here thinking you can do whatever you want. It's just like, I want you to have that same, whatever you're passionate about, whatever you're going for, I need you to have that same, this vigorousness word. I need you to have that same determination, that same drive, that same everything, because that's the only way you're going to get it. And it's like, right now I feel like, and that was the reason why, because I had dreads before and I cut them. Should never did it. But that's the reason why I bought them back. It's my little thing to me. But so like that's the reason why I grew them back. But I feel like now being black is trending. Not that I don't think that everyone necessarily really minds or likes black people. I'm not gonna say that. Even though they may. I just feel like right now it's just trendy. It's a thing. It's just trendy to be black. But they still don't. It is a thing. I mean, you got, you're bronzing and you're contouring. Your contour going this far. You only got this much of your regular color face. Like, I walked into Forever 21 on Sunday morning, and I'm looking at all this, like, Proudly Black, all these sweatshirts, all this stuff. I'm just like, I need y'all to know that we hate this. Like, for you to make money off of things that you've told us, you know what I'm saying? Like, to be black and proud was not a thing 10 years ago. No. It just was, and that was just 10 years ago. Can you imagine go a little bit back further?
Look
than
where
that?
segregation ended.
Exactly. It's
I
just
keep
like
telling people.
so now all of a sudden it's Black
History.
History Month. You got all this, you know, but like you don't really believe that. You don't really, you know, you don't subscribe to that. You don't live your life that way.
It's a selling
but you
point.
want to profit off of it.
Because we'll buy it.
Hate that. We
The
hate it.
Black dollar
It's not
is
authentic.
so powerful.
It's not authentic.
I had one of the calls. They were asking me when the whole George Floyd thing going on, and Black Lives Matter. They was painting it on the floor
Everywhere. You did everything but what we asked you to do.
And I was like, to me, I don't want to knock anybody that moves in that vein because, you know, I respect my Black people. Mm-hmm. But my thing for me, I was like, I don't care about that.
Not one bit.
Fine that you want to.
I want you to stop shooting us dead.
Stop doing that.
That's what I want you to do.
Get some of these Black business loans. Get these Black. I mean, Black economics.
Y'all still steering
fund
those.
this money. You know what I'm
still
saying?
doing
Like,
that.
Still doing the same stuff.
You didn't do
Give us
nothing
opportunities.
we asked you to do, but you painted some streets.
Yeah, make some Black bosses.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like all that.
All
stuff,
your little Black.
all
Oh
that
my
stuff
God.
matters.
Every single
That's what I want to
corporation.
see.
It's like, oh, you know, all of a sudden it's cool to, you know, post Black Lives Matter, but
Can I
please see your executive board? Or even the level before that.
That's what I want to see.
Because I'm pretty sure there's no Black bodies in your C-suite.
No.
And we all know this. So don't tell me that Black lives, you're not telling me that the only people qualified for those jobs are white men.
The heck no.
You can't say that because it's
no.
not true.
Yeah.
So it's just like, sure, Black lives matter, but like, do they really?
Yeah.
Do you, because I mean, H&M, you probably need some Black people in your boardroom
Yeah.
because y'all still out here cutting.
Yeah. But Black Lives Matters enough
to spend
to
your
get
money.
the Black dollar. Yeah.
But they don't
And that's
matter
why,
enough
that's
to
why when
really
all that stuff
matter.
was going on, I was like, bro, I don't care about all that.
Not one bit. Not one bit.
And I want to support and promote Black businesses.
Mm-hmm.
My Black people, please. The only thing I ask for you to do, I don't mind supporting you. I will always support you. Just like, you know, professionalism and all of that type of stuff. Let's work on that. Customer service. And I ain't saying that you got to be the best at it, but I feel like if you support Black businesses, you know we got to work twice as hard. Like,
right.
You got to put yourself out there. And I'm all down for it. But I just think that, you know, just step it up. And I know it's tough.
Yeah.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, again, getting grown podcast. They were talking, this was maybe like a year or two ago, and they were saying that, because, you know, we like to, I don't want to say we like to rebel, but we push back on a lot of these stigmas that we have been impressed upon us. And one of the things that they said was that, like, you know, loving yourself and taking up space in a world that hates you is like the boldest act of defiance. There's nothing that anybody can do about that.
Yeah.
So like when we are constantly trying to conform and cut our dreads and straighten our hair and bleach our skin and code switch, like that's literally what we're doing.
Yeah,
and it's just like, no, I'm gonna come in here and I'm gonna talk the way I talk, and I'm gonna say what I need to say, and you're gonna listen.
Yeah.
Because I don't have to sweeten it up just for you to pay attention to what I'm saying.
Nah.
And I shouldn't have to.
Nope.
Because when you say diversity and inclusion, that includes that.
That includes all
like
of
you
that.
can't then say, well, you need to speak properly. Well, what's properly?
Yeah.
Like you?
Yeah.
Because this is properly for me.
Yeah.
DIS and THIS are the same word to me. So it's like, don't preach. Like the company that I literally work for is literally called Diverse. Like that's the name of the company. So like, we just got a Bahamian. He's literally from the Bahamas. So like, you know, every now and then you might hear his little accent come on. I want to hear that. Like I want to hear that because to me that's cool.
Yeah.
Like you might not want to do it on, you know, a call with a client, but like I want to hear that because that is what diversity and inclusion is to me. I'm not gonna tell you like, oh, that's not proper English because you have a you know, a heavy island accent.
Yeah.
No, I want to hear that. Like that makes me excited.
Yeah.
I want to try to duplicate it or something. Like I try to speak patois all the time. Like I want to hear all the accents, all the dialects, all the languages, because these are the languages of our people, not just, what do they call it now?
Politically correct.
Ebonics.
Oh,
what's
Ebonics?
What's the new way that they say it on Black Twitter?
I don't even know.
It's like ASFL or something like something crazy.
Black Twitter.
Like they literally be calling it something, and I think it's so funny because they've literally like coined the way that we speak.
Yeah.
It's like it's AA something. I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah, look, I want to know it.
But I think that's just so cool because for so long we've denied that part of us. But like you gotta own it. If you want somebody to respect it, you have to own it. You can't switch it up every time it's convenient for them. They're never gonna respect you at that point. Yeah. So that's why like being black is like top
cool.
tier.
I even at my job, like what I did was I started being more expressive about who I was, because like when I first started going there, when I first started working there, I wanted to like kind of like, you know, I had to fit in this, and then the more I got there, I was like, I don't like this stuff. Yeah. And I felt fake within myself.
It doesn't feel good.
And not that anything is wrong with that. I just I couldn't do it.
You only got so much in you that you just
I was like,
man, I'm sure I feel my full self, okay?
I'm doing all of this. But I think let the people know where they can get in touch with you, where they can find you, because, you know, from experiencing you and watching you, they like you now and they want to spend their time and money with you.
Okay, so on Facebook, you can find me at Shai Sanders Realtor. On Instagram, you can find me at Shai the Realtor. On YouTube, you can also find me, Shai Sanders Realtor, building that thing out. So, you know, go ahead and subscribe so you can get those notifications. And I'm pretty sure that is it. Yeah. Oh, my website, ShaiTheRealtor.com.
The first one. The first thing Nah, that's cool.
All right, cool. That's all the context. Yeah, I appreciate being here. This was fun.
Cool. Yeah, it's cool. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching another episode of The Sit Down. Give this video a thumbs up, comment what you thought about it. Subscribe to the YouTube, but like always, y'all subscribe, because you don't watch my stuff and not subscribe. You guys aren't that type of people. So thank you so much for subscribing. Want to give a big shout out to our partners, taxmoney123.com. So you want to get your taxes, account services, you know what I'm saying? Hit them up. Yeah. Pinka, and one of my favorite partners, most beautiful partner, Oksana, the legacy coach, Tademy, my beautiful wife. Thank you guys so much for watching. Shop The Sit Down. And if you want to donate to the growth of the channel, you can do that in the description. And I will see you guys next time. Deuces.
Bye.
Yeah.